We live in a world where wealth is often seen as the ultimate solution to all of life's problems. But if money truly held the key to happiness, why do so many wealthy individuals still feel empty and restless? Could it be that what we're searching for isn't something money can buy? In this video, we dive deep into one of life's most profound questions: why can't money bring us inner peace? Drawing wisdom from Buddhist teachings, we'll explore how true peace doesn't come from external possessions or achievements, but from within ourselves. You'll uncover the reasons why endless material pursuits leave us unfulfilled and learn practical ways to cultivate inner peace in your own life. This isn't just another lecture about the limitations of wealth, it's a guide to understanding the deeper connection between your mind and lasting happiness. Whether you're struggling with stress, chasing the next big thing, or simply curious about Buddhist philosophy, this video offers timeless lessons to help you reclaim balance and harmony in a chaotic, material-driven world. What you'll learn: the psychological trap of tying happiness to money. The dangers of constant craving and attachment, as explained in Buddhism. How to create a life of simplicity, mindfulness, and gratitude that fosters inner peace. Stick around until the end for an inspiring real-life story that shows why wealth isn't the answer, and how you can find peace without needing more. Are you ready to break free from the cycle of materialism and discover what truly brings contentment? Let's dive in. 1. The illusion of security: why money can never fill the void. Money has long been regarded as a source of security and comfort. It pays for our homes, our food, and the many luxuries of life that bring convenience. On the surface, it may seem as though financial wealth is the ultimate solution to our worries. However, as Buddhist teachings remind us, this sense of security that money provides is fleeting, an illusion that often leaves us feeling emptier than before. In Buddhism, one of the fundamental truths is that all things are impermanent. This impermanence extends to wealth as well. The riches we accumulate can be lost in an instant, through an economic downturn, an unexpected crisis, or even decisions beyond our control. When we tether our sense of safety and happiness to something as unstable as money, we inevitably open the door to anxiety and dissatisfaction. This is why money, though practical, can never be a reliable source of inner peace. Money and the temporary nature of satisfaction. One of the most profound insights from Buddhist philosophy is the concept of tanha, or craving. Craving is the relentless desire for more wealth, more possessions, more achievements. This endless pursuit creates a cycle of attachment and dissatisfaction, known as dukkha, or suffering. For example, when you finally purchase that dream car or luxurious house, the initial joy might feel fulfilling. But over time, the excitement fades, and a new craving takes its place: a better car, a bigger house, or the latest gadget. The cycle never ends. This phenomenon isn't unique to those who are wealthy. Even individuals who struggle financially may idealize money, believing that more of it will solve all their problems. But as Buddhist teachings emphasize, external wealth can only satisfy external needs. Inner peace, contentment, and happiness must come from within. The more we chase external sources for internal fulfillment, the further away we drift from genuine tranquility. The emotional toll of material pursuits. The constant pursuit of wealth and material success often comes at a cost: stress, burnout, and strained relationships. Buddhist teachings describe this as the poison of greed, which clouds our judgment and disconnects us from what truly matters in life. Greed compels us to work tirelessly, often sacrificing our health, our family time, and our personal growth in the process. Imagine a person who spends their life striving for financial success, believing that retirement or a certain bank balance will finally bring happiness. But once they achieve their goal, they might realize they've missed out on years of meaningful moments with loved ones or neglected their own well-being. The unhappiness they sought to escape with wealth persists, sometimes even intensifies, because the root cause, craving, was never addressed. The Buddhist perspective on contentment, according to Buddhist teachings, santosha, or contentment, is a key to breaking free from the cycle of dissatisfaction. Contentment doesn't mean rejecting money or material possessions altogether, rather, it means finding joy and peace in the present moment, regardless of circumstances. By practicing mindfulness, gratitude, and self-awareness, we can learn to appreciate what we already have instead of constantly yearning for more. Buddhism also teaches that true wealth lies in simplicity. A life free from excessive attachment and craving allows us to focus on what really brings happiness, meaningful relationships, personal growth, and connection with the world around us. This understanding shifts our perspective from, how much more can I acquire, to, how can I make the most of what I already have? The core message ultimately, the pursuit of wealth is not inherently wrong. Money is a tool that can improve our quality of life in practical ways. The problem arises when we mistake money for happiness or allow it to dominate our thoughts and decisions. The teachings of the Buddha remind us that inner peace cannot be bought. It is cultivated through mindfulness, contentment, and letting go of attachments that no longer serve us. By recognizing the impermanence of wealth and embracing a mindset of gratitude and simplicity, we can break free from the endless cycle of material pursuit. This journey toward inner peace is not about renouncing all possessions or rejecting modern life. It is about shifting our focus inward and finding fulfillment in the things that truly matter. Money may provide temporary comfort, but it can never fill the void within. That space can only be filled by cultivating the values and practices that lead to true contentment. As the Buddha once said, contentment is the greatest wealth. 2. The essence of true peace in Buddhism. In the fast-paced and material-driven world we live in today, finding genuine peace often feels elusive. People search for it in possessions, achievements, and external circumstances, but according to Buddhist teachings, true peace lies elsewhere. Buddhism emphasizes that peace and happiness come from within, and achieving it requires letting go of greed, tanha, and attachments, upadana. This profound philosophy has guided countless individuals toward a life of balance, mindfulness, and inner freedom. Letting go of greed and desires at the heart of Buddhist teachings is the concept that greed is one of the primary causes of human suffering. In Sanskrit, this is referred to as lobha, and it signifies an insatiable craving for more, be it wealth, power, or recognition. The Buddha taught that such desires are like trying to quench thirst with salty water. The more we indulge, the thirstier we become. Greed pulls us away from the present moment, trapping us in an endless cycle of wanting, achieving, and still feeling unfulfilled. To attain peace, Buddhism encourages individuals to recognize the impermanence of desires and material gains. Everything in life, whether it's wealth, status, or relationships, is subject to change. This impermanence, anicca, means that no external source can provide lasting happiness. By letting go of greed, we free ourselves from the constant agitation of wanting more and can instead focus on cultivating contentment with what we already have. Releasing attachments to external outcomes. Attachments go hand in hand with greed. While desires push us to attain something, attachments bind us to the idea that our happiness depends on holding on to it. For instance, you might feel attached to a promotion at work, believing that achieving it will bring you peace. However, even if you succeed, the peace you experience will be temporary. Soon enough, a new goal or fear of loss will replace it. Buddhism teaches that clinging to impermanent things, whether they are material objects, relationships, or even ideals, sets us up for disappointment. This doesn't mean you shouldn't care about your possessions or relationships, rather, it's about understanding their transient nature and not letting your peace hinge entirely on them. Letting go of attachment does not lead to indifference. Instead, it opens the door to a more profound appreciation of life without fear or anxiety. The power of inner stillness. True peace, according to Buddhism, emerges from a quiet and stable mind. This state is often referred to as samatha, or mental tranquility. While the external world is ever-changing and often chaotic, a calm mind serves as an anchor that grounds us, allowing us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. The practice of meditation plays a pivotal role in cultivating inner stillness. Through mindfulness, individuals learn to observe their thoughts and emotions without judgment, enabling them to detach from negative patterns of thinking. As the Buddha famously taught, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. This wisdom encourages us to turn inward, examining the roots of our discontent and finding resolution not through external solutions, but through self-awareness and acceptance. A calm mind is not only the foundation for personal peace but also a cornerstone of sustainable happiness. Unlike fleeting pleasures derived from material gains, the serenity of a quiet mind is enduring, independent of external circumstances. This is why Buddhism views inner stillness as the wellspring of true contentment. Practical steps toward peace. Applying these teachings to daily life may seem challenging, but Buddhism offers practical paths to help us cultivate peace. The Noble Eightfold Path, for example, provides actionable steps, such as practicing right mindfulness, right intention, and right effort. By aligning our actions and thoughts with principles of compassion and non-attachment, we can gradually shift our focus from external validations to inner harmony. Another key practice is gratitude. By actively appreciating the present moment and what we already have, we can counteract the urge to seek more. Gratitude nurtures a sense of fullness, reminding us that peace does not come from acquiring something new, but from recognizing the value in what is already within reach. The core message, peace is an inside job. The essence of Buddhism's teachings on peace boils down to this: true happiness and tranquility cannot be bought, earned, or found in external sources. They are cultivated internally through the conscious effort to let go of greed, release attachments, and nurture inner stillness. By recognizing the impermanence of life and focusing on the present moment, we liberate ourselves from the cycle of craving and dissatisfaction that causes so much of our suffering. When you let go of the need to control and accumulate, you create space for the natural peace that resides within you to flourish. This isn't about rejecting the world or material possessions entirely. It's about putting them into perspective and understanding that they are not the source of lasting happiness. As the Buddha wisely said, there is no path to peace. Peace is the path. Through mindfulness, meditation, and gratitude, anyone can embark on the journey toward true peace. And while the road may not be easy, the rewards, freedom from suffering, a calm heart, and unwavering happiness, make it one worth pursuing. By adopting these Buddhist principles, you can transform your life, breaking free from the chains of greed and attachment to embrace the stillness and simplicity that lead to a truly peaceful existence. 3. The dangers of over-reliance on money, a Buddhist perspective. Money is a powerful tool, capable of providing comfort, security, and access to opportunities. However, when we become overly dependent on it, money can also become a source of deep anxiety, fear, and dissatisfaction. From a Buddhist perspective, clinging to wealth as the ultimate solution to life's challenges often leads to emotional turmoil rather than peace. Let's explore why over-reliance on money can harm our well-being and why true healing and inner peace cannot be bought. Money breeds anxiety and fear of loss. While financial stability can bring temporary relief, relying solely on money for a sense of security often has the opposite effect. The more we accumulate wealth, the more we fear losing it. This fear creates a constant undercurrent of anxiety, which can disrupt our mental and emotional balance. For example, individuals who measure their worth solely by their bank balance may feel consumed by thoughts of maintaining or increasing their wealth. They might worry about economic downturns, unexpected expenses, or the possibility of theft. These fears, rooted in attachment, upadana, prevent them from experiencing genuine peace. Buddhism teaches that this attachment to material possessions is one of the root causes of suffering, or dukkha. The Buddha compared it to holding on to a hot coal. Though we cling to money in hopes of happiness, the act of clinging itself causes pain. When we view money as the key to our survival or happiness, we become trapped in a cycle of anxiety and dissatisfaction. The emotional toll of financial dependence. Beyond the fear of loss, an over-reliance on money can take a significant emotional toll. Money, as Buddhism emphasizes, is incapable of addressing the deeper wounds of the soul. For instance, financial success cannot heal feelings of loneliness, mend broken relationships, or resolve inner conflicts. Yet many people fall into the trap of thinking, if I just had more money, I'd feel better. This illusion keeps them chasing an unattainable goal, leaving them emotionally drained and spiritually unfulfilled. The Buddha's teachings emphasize that wealth is external and impermanent, anicca. While it can address material needs, it cannot nurture the emotional and spiritual aspects of our lives. Imagine someone facing grief or betrayal. No amount of money can alleviate that pain. True healing, as the Buddha taught, comes from cultivating qualities like compassion, mindfulness, and acceptance, which cannot be purchased. The spiritual consequences of greed and attachment. Buddhism identifies greed, lobha, as one of the three poisons that cloud the mind and lead to suffering. When we become fixated on wealth, it consumes our energy and focus, leaving little room for personal growth, meaningful relationships, or spiritual development. Over time, this greed can isolate us, eroding our connection with others and deepening feelings of emptiness. Moreover, attachment to money often skews our values. Instead of viewing wealth as a tool to enhance life, we begin to see it as the ultimate goal. This distorted perspective can lead to unethical decisions, strained relationships, and a loss of purpose. In seeking to protect or expand our wealth, we may sacrifice our integrity, neglect loved ones, or lose sight of what truly brings joy. The Buddha taught that detachment is the key to freedom. Detachment does not mean rejecting money altogether, but rather understanding its limitations and reducing our dependence on it. By doing so, we create space for more fulfilling pursuits, such as connecting with loved ones, contributing to our communities, and cultivating inner peace. The path to true peace and healing. To counteract the dangers of financial dependence, Buddhism offers practical guidance rooted in mindfulness and gratitude. Practicing mindfulness allows us to break free from the cycle of worry and fear by focusing on the present moment rather than obsessing over potential losses or future gains. When we live mindfully, we develop a clearer perspective on the role of money in our lives and learn to appreciate non-material sources of happiness. Gratitude is another transformative practice. Instead of fixating on what we lack or might lose, gratitude shifts our attention to the abundance already present in our lives. This simple yet profound change in mindset can help us see that peace is not tied to our bank balance but to our ability to recognize and cherish life's blessings. The Buddha's teachings also encourage us to reflect on the concept of sufficiency, the idea that true wealth comes from understanding how much is enough. By letting go of excessive cravings and focusing on what genuinely matters, we can find liberation from the constant pressure to achieve more. The core message. At its heart, Buddhism reminds us that money is neither good nor bad, it is simply a tool. The danger lies in allowing it to dominate our lives and define our sense of worth. Over-reliance on money breeds anxiety, fear, and disconnection, preventing us from addressing the deeper, more meaningful aspects of our existence. True peace cannot be bought. It must be cultivated through practices that nurture the mind and soul, such as mindfulness, gratitude, and non-attachment. By recognizing the limitations of wealth and focusing on what truly matters, we can break free from the cycle of fear and dissatisfaction, opening the door to a life of balance, contentment, and spiritual fulfillment. As the Bud. The spiritual consequences of greed and attachment. Buddhism identifies greed, lobha, as one of the 3 poisons that cloud the mind and lead to suffering. When we become fixated on wealth, it consumes our energy and focus, leaving little room for personal growth, meaningful relationships, or spiritual development. Over time, this greed can isolate us, eroding our connection with others and deepening feelings of emptiness. 4. How to attain inner peace, a Buddhist perspective. Finding peace in today's fast-paced, material-driven world can often feel like an overwhelming challenge. However, Buddhism provides profound and practical guidance to help individuals reclaim a sense of balance, happiness, and tranquility. Attaining inner peace begins with cultivating gratitude, cherishing the present moment, and focusing on life's true values, such as family, health, and meaningful connections. Let's explore how these principles work and why they are essential for achieving genuine peace. Appreciating the present moment. One of the most powerful lessons in Buddhist philosophy is the importance of living in the present. Many people spend their time either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, which only leads to unnecessary stress and suffering. The Buddha taught that the present moment is the only time we truly have. By focusing our attention on the here and now, we can free ourselves from the mental noise that often robs us of peace. Mindfulness, a core practice in Buddhism, trains the mind to be fully aware of the present. Whether it's savoring a meal, enjoying the company of loved ones, or simply observing the rhythm of your breath, mindfulness allows you to connect deeply with the present moment. This practice helps quiet the mind and fosters a sense of calmness and clarity. Inner peace arises naturally when you stop resisting what is and start embracing life as it unfolds. For example, rather than chasing material possessions or the next milestone, you can shift your focus to appreciating simple joys, like a heartfelt conversation, a walk in nature, or the warmth of sunlight on your skin. These moments, though small, hold the key to a peaceful and fulfilling life. Practicing gratitude as a path to peace. Gratitude is another cornerstone of Buddhist teachings that leads to inner peace. The act of being thankful for what you have, instead of yearning for what you don't, can transform your mindset and bring contentment. In Buddhism, gratitude isn't just about saying, "thank you," but also about deeply recognizing and appreciating the blessings in your life, no matter how small. By practicing gratitude, you begin to see the abundance that already exists around you. For instance, reflecting on your health, the love of your family, or even the beauty of nature can remind you that peace does not come from external acquisitions but from your perspective. Gratitude teaches you to let go of dissatisfaction and focus on the richness of the present. One effective way to nurture gratitude is through a simple daily practice. At the end of each day, take a moment to write down 3 things you're grateful for. This might include a kind gesture from a friend, a delicious meal, or the opportunity to rest. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to seek positivity and cultivates a deep sense of appreciation for life as it is. Focusing on true values, family, health, and connection. In the pursuit of peace, Buddhist teachings encourage prioritizing life's genuine treasures, family, health, and human connection. While material wealth and status might offer temporary satisfaction, they cannot replace the emotional and spiritual fulfillment that comes from nurturing relationships and caring for your well-being. Family, for example, serves as a source of unconditional love and support. Spending quality time with loved ones fosters a sense of belonging and purpose, which is essential for inner peace. Similarly, maintaining your health, both physical and mental, is crucial. The Buddha emphasized the interconnection between body and mind, teaching that well-being arises from a harmonious balance between the two. Practices like meditation, healthy eating, and regular exercise can help maintain this balance. Human connection extends beyond family and friends. Engaging with your community and sharing kindness with others can also contribute to your sense of peace. Acts of compassion, such as helping a neighbor or volunteering for a cause, create a ripple effect of positivity that not only benefits others but also deepens your own sense of fulfillment. As the Buddha taught, thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. The core message: letting go to find peace. At its heart, the Buddhist path to peace is about letting go of the past, of expectations, and of the belief that happiness lies somewhere out there. Instead, true peace is found in cultivating gratitude, embracing the present, and focusing on values that nourish your soul. By practicing mindfulness, you can quiet the constant chatter of the mind and fully engage with life as it happens. Gratitude shifts your focus away from what's missing and toward the abundance already present. And by cherishing relationships and prioritizing health, you reconnect with the sources of joy that no material possession can replicate. Achieving peace doesn't require a dramatic lifestyle overhaul, rather, it's about making small, intentional shifts in your mindset and priorities. As you do, you'll discover that inner peace isn't something to chase, it's something to uncover within yourself. As the Buddha wisely said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. By living this wisdom, you can cultivate a life rich in meaning, connection, and tranquility. 5. The Buddha's Journey to Peace, a Story of Simplicity. The story of Siddhartha Gautama, who became the Buddha, is one of the most inspiring examples of how letting go of materialism can lead to true peace. Born into a life of luxury as a prince in ancient India, Siddhartha was surrounded by wealth, comfort, and all the privileges of royal life. Yet, despite having everything one could desire, he felt a profound emptiness. This feeling set him on a path to discover the deeper meaning of life and the source of true happiness. From the moment Siddhartha stepped outside the palace walls and witnessed the realities of life, old age, sickness, and death, he realized that no amount of money or material wealth could protect him from suffering. He became determined to understand why suffering existed and how it could be overcome. This realization marked the beginning of his transformative journey. Leaving a life of wealth behind. At the age of 29, Siddhartha made a bold decision that would change not only his life but the lives of countless others. He renounced his princely status and all of his possessions. He left the palace, his family, and his luxurious lifestyle behind to seek answers to life's most profound questions. Siddhartha's choice was rooted in a simple yet powerful truth: money might bring comfort, but it cannot provide lasting peace. Inner contentment, he realized, could not be purchased or attained through external means. This act of renunciation is a cornerstone of Buddhist teachings. It reflects the understanding that attachments to wealth and material possessions often create suffering rather than alleviate it. Siddhartha's decision to embrace simplicity was not an act of loss, but a conscious step toward gaining a deeper connection to his true self and the world around him. The search for enlightenment. For years, Siddhartha sought wisdom through various practices. He lived as a wandering ascetic, enduring extreme austerities in the hope of finding enlightenment. However, he soon realized that neither indulgence in luxury nor extreme self-denial could lead to the ultimate truth. This insight led to the development of the middle way, a balanced path that avoids both extremes and fosters inner harmony. Through deep meditation and mindfulness, Siddhartha ultimately attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. He became the Buddha, or the Awakened One, and discovered the Four Noble Truths, a framework that explains the nature of suffering and the path to liberation. These truths highlight the importance of letting go of craving and attachment to achieve true peace. The core message: simplicity brings peace. The Buddha's story is a powerful reminder that money and material wealth are not the keys to happiness. Despite being born into privilege, the Buddha's journey revealed that simplicity, mindfulness, and self-awareness are the true foundations of inner peace. His teachings encourage us to reflect on our own lives and consider whether we, too, might find greater contentment by focusing less on what we have and more on who we are. The Buddha's path of simplicity is not about rejecting the material world entirely, but about understanding its limitations. It's about shifting our focus from external possessions to internal qualities like compassion, gratitude, and mindfulness. This shift enables us to break free from the endless cycle of craving and dissatisfaction that often accompanies the pursuit of wealth. In today's world, where materialism and consumerism are ever present, the Buddha's journey remains as relevant as ever. His life teaches us that true peace comes not from accumulating more, but from appreciating the beauty of simplicity and the depth of our inner selves. As the Buddha once said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. By embracing this wisdom, we can cultivate lives rich in meaning, connection, and tranquility. Conclusion: true peace lies within. Money, while undeniably useful, is simply a tool, a means to an end, not the ultimate purpose of life. It can provide comfort, meet basic needs, and even open doors to opportunities. However, it cannot buy what truly matters: peace, happiness, and fulfillment. These priceless treasures cannot be found in bank accounts or possessions but are cultivated from within. Buddhism teaches us that inner peace is not dependent on external circumstances. It emerges when we release our attachment to material things and focus instead on life's deeper values. By slowing down and cherishing what truly matters: love, compassion, health, and connection, we create a foundation for lasting happiness. Living mindfully allows us to appreciate the present moment and see beyond the superficial allure of wealth. When we shift our focus from acquiring more to embracing gratitude for what we already have, a profound sense of contentment follows. This simplicity, far from being a sacrifice, is the path to genuine freedom and balance. As you move forward, remember that peace is not something to be chased or purchased. It is already within you, waiting to be uncovered. Embrace the wisdom of simplicity, nurture your soul with meaningful relationships, and live with purpose. In doing so, you'll discover that the greatest riches are not measured in gold but in the quiet joy of a life well lived. Let this timeless truth guide your journey toward inner harmony.